To those of you who are now following my book, How to Make $10 Million with a Rubber Chicken on YouTube, I wanted to say thank you so much. Some of you have started to send me personal messages and let me know what you think about the first two chapters. So far, I've posted chapter 1 and chapter 2 on my YouTube channel. The printed book has yet to be released, so this is kind of like the raw. People keep asking, are you going to edit it? Are you going to tweak it? Are you going to edit it? Well, this would be the raw, unedited. So my YouTube postings, this is literally like as raw as raw can be. This is like you actually get into be in the mind of the author, me, Amber Garibay. I'm the one writing the book, and this is the story of my life. This is the fictional story of my life because I can't tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, because the truth is varied by perspective and people are so fragile. So I have to protect them. So this is a book based on my true life, but it's not true. It's fiction. This is a fictional book. Chapter 3 is the introduction of Lexi Kensington. Lexi Kensington, once upon a time, Lexi Kensington was one of my very best friends. How long was she my friend? Years. She was one of my best friends for several years. Years. And this chapter, The Wrong Way to Eat Jesus, I'll tell you what, I really went for it on this chapter. I actually tried to read this out loud recently on a live video on Facebook, and I came to a point where I was reading it and I was so embarrassed about my word choices and that I chose to lay it down the way that I did, that I had to stop the video because I was like, wow, this is not super family friendly. Actually, I would say that this chapter, if you're somebody that's easily offended, well, you probably shouldn't read this book if you're easily offended. But then again, what you're offended by really isn't my problem. If you're easily offended, I will pray for you. If you want to know how to eat Jesus, I'll tell you the wrong way to eat Jesus. This chapter will, anyway. Yeah. So, again, into the mind of the author. Chapter 3, The Wrong Way to Eat Jesus. When I read this out loud, I'm going to actually break it up into 2 parts, because this will be part 1, by the way. It is a long chapter, a really long chapter, and it's a vulgar chapter, and it's also was one of my favorite chapters to write in the book. This is a story that I've told many times in many ways, and it is and will forever be one of my all-time most horrific moments. I am tragically flawed, and somebody called me quirky. I am like special quirky. So anyways, The Wrong Way to Eat Jesus. This is not suitable for children, or yeah, it's probably should just not read it. But then if you skip this chapter, you're gonna miss out on a really funny chapter. So Lexi Kensington, introduction of her character. Yeah, Lexi Kensington. I wonder what Lexi's gonna think when she reads my book. I wonder what she's gonna think about what I wrote about her. This is gonna be an interesting book launch, just so you know, because I live in a small town and people know each other. So, ha ha ha, hee hee. So should I start reading this bad boy? This The Wrong Way to Eat Jesus? I should. Yes, I should. The church and the whorehouse arrived in the far west simultaneously, and each would have been horrified to think it was a different facet of the same thing. But surely they were both intended to accomplish the same thing. The singing, the devotion, the poetry of the churches took a man out of his bleakness for a time. And so did the brothels. John Steinbeck, East of Eden. Lexi Kensington is having a dismal day. I hate you, Mom! Her son is screaming at her from the back seat as she navigates traffic going 70. She can see him through her rearview mirror. He's red like a baby hamster belly, and just as ugly in the midst of his fit. They are late, or at least it feels like they are. For her, time holds the tension of a mousetrap. It is a vice that will break her back in half if she doesn't hustle. So, she hustles. She is going as fast as she can, but it is not fast enough to escape the squalling tantrum of her only boy. Maybe I should have had an abortion, she thinks to herself, feeling only mildly guilty because she had been considering at the time it was an option. She found out she was pregnant with her firstborn nearly the same day she found out that her husband was cheating on her with a 19-year-old stripper named Daisy May. He likes to fuck me in the ass. Daisy May did not care to keep things secret, and she was sure Mrs. Kensington should know. I will be sucking his cock tonight. What you gonna do about it? She had broken the taunting news to Lexi via text message, complete with a photo of her husband's erect penis as further proof. What a dick. Lexi did not know what she could do about her duplicitous husband and his vulgar mistress, but she was surprised to find she didn't really care. What she did care about was the baby now growing inside of her, and the impossible choices she would soon need to make. Should she keep it? Should she stay married?